So I'm going to start off with Fae Farm. This was a game that let a lot of people down. And while I didn't really mind the game as much, I did find it was quite repetitive where you spent half your times just in the mines following this really obvious gameplay loop. The farming side was a bit of a letdown too, where there was only really a handful of crops and you kind of had to mutate them or something to get more. I can't specifically remember, but I did really love the art style for this game. So cozy. The town was just really interesting to explore. And I also really love the fantasy vibe with the alternative town area with fairies and all of that good stuff. So if you're looking for something similar that properly delivers in the farming aspect while still giving off a similar vibe to Fae Farm, then I recommend Luma Island. Luma Island is a grindy but super addictive game, and it's got exploration, crafting, and puzzle solving in a really beautifully detailed world. There's so many places for you to go and look around. There's mysterious temples, treasure chests, and even a creepy spider-infested cave. It's also got some serious Indiana Jones vibes here as you explore these temples, using your whip to cross gaps and open doors, and then collecting treasure at the end. It's also got this cute little town that's been devastated by an earthquake, so you'll need to craft a bunch of stuff to restore various parts of this town. A mechanic that really sets this game apart is the ability to choose a profession. So you can go be an archaeologist, a cook, or a treasure hunter, and more. And these basically give you a set of quests to work towards, which essentially will just make you money. There's tool upgrades, a farm where you can grow crops and have farm animals. You'll get these little Luma buddies that follow you around like a pet and help you dig up stuff, which is super cute. Your farm is really quite customizable. You can clear land, build fences and paddocks and stuff, choose where you want your farm to go. And you can even craft furniture and even some nifty little gadgets like hoses and watering systems to help you on your farm. On top of this, there are so many areas to explore that you'll eventually unlock as you progress, and these areas offer new resources that will let you upgrade more things, craft new items, and so on. And of course, there is that mining system where you'll need to collect ore in order to upgrade tools and progress in the game. So it's just a really fun game. Be warned, it is very grindy, but if you like gathering resources and kind of steadily progressing through upgrades, then you'll love this one. Garden Witch Life is a recent release where you get this rundown, overgrown treehouse that needs cleaning up. I love a good cleanup game. Turning a place from an ugly mess into something entirely different is what I live for. Garden Witch Life also has quite the exploration side with different areas to explore, along with this underground flooded cave area. But this game was just missing depth and a reason to just keep you going. So if you felt the same way and you want something similar, I recommend No Place Like Home. No Place Like Home is a post-apocalyptic farming and cleaning RPG where you restore the land by vacuuming up endless piles of trash. You'll play as Ellen, who arrives at her grandfather's farm only to find him missing, and his property is absolutely buried in trash. Armed with a multi-purpose vacuum, you'll clean up trash, fight off these robots, and slowly transform abandoned landscapes into something a bit more livable. You can grow crops to cook with and craft, and have animals that produce goods, all of which you can use to purchase upgrades. But mainly the game is just lots and lots of cleaning. Clearing an area is satisfying, especially as upgrades let you vacuum faster. The game follows a bit of a loop: clean an area, unlock the next trash-covered zone, and repeat. And while it's got its flaws, mainly in the form of crappy NPCs and a lifeless world, it's very addictive and satisfying, and a game that I always find myself coming back to. Yonder is an older game that's kind of classified as a farming game, although I find the farming very minimal, and even in fact probably you could even miss it altogether. Instead, it has this absolutely amazing world that you can explore and find collectibles and really just slowly take your time to uncover this massive world. So if you liked Yonder as much as I did but wouldn't mind something with a bit more of a farming aspect, then I recommend Slime Rancher. Slime Rancher is an indie exploration and farming sim where you raise these adorable slimes and collect their poop. You play as Beatrix LeBeau, a rancher on the distant Far Far range with the goal of building up your farm and discovering new slimes. There's no traditional story as such, but you'll uncover bits of lore through exploration and letters from home. The core gameplay revolves around collecting slimes, feeding them to produce valuable plorts, and selling them for profit. You can use your slime vac to suck up slimes, food, and resources, then shoot them into pens, farms, or the market. The game rewards strategy, so you'll need to combine slimes to create hybrids that yield even more money, but managing their different needs adds a little bit of a strategic side. Expanding your ranch, unlocking new areas, and kind of optimizing your farm makes it super addictive. The game starts off in a bit of a small area, but you'll slowly be able to open up the entire map as you explore and find a whole bunch of different environments and new slimes as well. It's just a super cute game with loads of exploring, uncovering new areas and new types of slimes, and lots of poop. Next up is Orange Season, which was, let's be honest, a bit of a mess. Which is a shame because the town is adorable, it's got great attention to detail, and just has this great base for an amazing game. However, glitches, bad NPCs, lack of quests, and more make it not so enjoyable. So if you like the idea of Orange Season and want something similar, I recommend Everafter Falls. Everafter Falls is a farming life sim with a unique twist. At first, it kind of gives off Stardew Valley vibes, but then quickly sets itself apart with some more unique mechanics and a bit of a funny story too. You wake up from a simulation having lost your memory, and the quirky animal villagers will help you relearn the ropes, often referencing their own past simulations in hilarious ways. Farming comes with a fun little upgrade, so you have this pet that will actually do chores for you. You can improve its abilities instead of traditional tool upgrades, making tasks that it does more efficient. And the game also features a variety of animals that you can house, machines for crafting goods, and this amazing museum that just makes you want to collect everything there is to collect. The mines have this kind of roguelike element with combat that can start off a little bit tough but does become easier as you get upgrades, including a drone companion that can attack things for you. So really cool. There's no relationship system, but the characters are full of personality with funny and heartwarming cutscenes to watch. Events like duck racing and bug catching keeps things interesting, and while the game lacks a calendar system or birthdays and little things like that, I feel like what this game lacks, it makes up for in other ways, so you never really feel like there's anything missing. Overall, Everafter Falls has a kind of classic farming vibe, but then adds enough unique stuff to make it feel like a fresh and new kind of game. Lastly, we have The Good Life, which is a game I really, really like. It's more of a realistic kind of game, I suppose, in terms of farming and such. At least at first, because it slowly transforms into this absolutely crazy, wacky game, and it's so funny. Seriously, you have to play it. But the farming aspect is kind of almost non-existent and, yeah, could be skipped, really. So if you're looking for a more realistic, but not so realistic that it's absolutely boring kind of farming game, then I recommend Sunnyside. So Sunnyside is a farming life simulation set in a rural Japanese town. You play as a young person who's moved to the countryside to start a farm. You'll get to explore a large open world including rural roads, city visits, and plenty of shops, parks, and shrines. The farming mechanics are so satisfying with kind of realistic planting and watering. You'll also get coops for animals, which is again super kind of realistic. You have a variety of crops and animals. You can even have pets like dogs and cats, which you can take for walks around the countryside. You'll also be able to get vehicles like bikes and scooters and trucks to drive around with. And then yeah, as you progress through the game, you can expand your farm, get new buildings and structures, Transportation will eventually unlock, like I just mentioned. And yeah, this is the most probably realistic but amazing farming game ever. I loved it. Now, yes, Sunnyside does have its problems. That's the thing. It's got some glitches. The mining system is absolutely terrible, and yeah, there's been some problems with the development and all that kind of horrible stuff that usually goes on with stuff like this. Regardless of all of that, I still really liked Sunnyside. It has a fantastic farming system. It's got beautiful freedom and amazing environments. You can just walk up to a shop, buy some groceries, then maybe stop in at the park, take your dog for a walk, go to the beach. It's amazing. So yeah, I did eventually stop playing this because the glitches got a bit too overwhelming for me, but I still think it's worth a play. It's amazing. So let me know if you like this style of video. I do have a bunch more ideas for this kind of video, so if you liked it, let me know and I will do a part 2. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!